Hello my fellow YouTubers, it is Wednesday, October 16th, and I am reporting to you pre-recorded from deep in the heart somewhere in Texas. This is probably, oh, here comes Papi Tasha. This is probably the most popular pre-recorded station ever on YouTube. Okay, maybe one of the least. Anyway, I want to start off with this Marf's last video. It's called, They Started This Anyways. I would like somebody to go to roughly at the 1 hour, 1 minute, and 15-second mark, the Marfster gets up to take a break. So you might, going by his demeanor and the way he's moving around, you might want to go back to the 58-minute mark. But this is the first time I ever did it. There's one of my tarps drying out. But I started, for the first time ever, I started leaving comments in his chat, and I was leaving comments about his criminal record that Iggy had put out. And like I said, go roughly back maybe to the 58-minute mark if somebody can pull it up on a big screen and read the chat, because I started leaving comments about, well, what about your recently released criminal record? You know, domestic violence, restraining order and such, and drug charges. And when he got up to take his break, I think he went to one of his mods, who was probably his wife, and said, you know, what the fuck, why aren't you stopping this dude? But anyway, check that out. I think that might be interesting. And that's when he comes back and says, oh, my daughter was making some noises. She stubbed her toe, was hopped around, stepped on a tack. Come on, give me what a load of frickin' shit. Sorry, my notes there. Oh, got my hand in the way. There's one of my solar sensor lights. There's the other one. Come in handy for when you got to get up in the middle of the night and take a piss. Oh, trying to zoom back out here. But anyway. Let me get back to where we were. But anyway, he gives some crap about her stubbing her toe. And then also in that last video, something even more. That firewood got wet. I was chopping it up. Didn't get it covered. This morning I checked. There was 82% humidity out here. I'm not going to show you behind me, which is west, because there's a dip in the valley with a huge landmark that people might recognize. There's my solar panel. But anyway, in that same video, if you go to an hour 43 and 55-second mark, somebody calls in about the ionization and gases and UVC and the ozone destruction and such, and what's causing some of the disasters and explosions and other stuff going on the planet, which goes with what Dane Wigington talks about a lot with what's going on the planet. And people got to understand that that's the bigger issue. That's the major issue. What's going on at the planet, what's causing a bunch of the mass animal deaths. Of course, the death and destruction, disappearance of insects and birds, and the massive fish kill-offs. Oh, one of my gas cans, there's my TV antenna. It's pointing up in the air. But I forget what size that damn TV is there. But I actually, if I could turn that on if you really want to prove I have my little solar power over there. Heat up hot water in there. Dump it through my coffee filter so I can make coffee, then put it back in there when I want to heat it up. Various stuff there. My pellet gun, because I can't own a real firearm. My 2 batteries over there. My little trailer. My battery power lantern. Got plenty of headlights. My favorite weapon, my sword there. My speaker, it's got a siren on it. Siren sound to scare away critters. Fire extinguisher. My Home Depot poop bucket. That firewood, I got caught by surprise by some rain, so it's kind of drying out. Still need to chop that up some more. Chop that up some more. There's a little bit I got. Everything's so frickin' green out here, it's hard to get firewood. But, well, let me sit down here. My pinto beans. I love to eat canned beans. Okay, let's get back to this, and where the hell was I? Hope you can see my retarded face here. PG&E, I'm going to tell you right now, PG&E shut off all that power due to over $30 billion in lawsuits and get declared bankrupt. And I'm going to say even a bigger part of that was an FU to the people for suing us. Fine. You want to say we're causing fires, which apparently I'm going to say it's legit. They want to say we're causing fires. Fine, we're going to shut it off to everybody whether there's no wind or not. To me, that's the biggest part of what that was. And then the thing is, we got to leave it off for a couple extra days after the wind so we can check our power lines. Of course they did. Because if they went and turned the power back on right after that and said, no, we didn't go check everything, what happens? More lawsuits. We're a lawsuit freaking happy country. Plain and simple. That's all it is. And this time with all the fires, where all the reports and the pictures of these, like I've said on videos before on my other channel, those pictures of those beams coming down that people say were from DEW weapons, bullshit. That was CGI. It was fake. It was fraud. It was BS. That's it. That's it. That DEW weapon crap starting on fire. BS. Matter of fact, just 3 weeks ago, I should have Googled it. Should have wrote it down. Google it. They busted this dude in the mountains up here in Colorado, and they said he had drove through several states, and an older dude, somewhere around 55 years old. Somebody saw him, got his car description, maybe his plate number, and they grabbed him, and he was just running around tossing matches out the window and causing fires. Give me a break. But like I said, they have to check those lines afterwards, or they're going to say lawsuit. And one of the fires started from a mobile home park. I think something like, I may be getting the number wrong, but I remember it's like 64 homes burnt up. You talk about, I don't know if anybody died there, but serious loss of damage. But what do we want? What do you truthers want to talk about? Oh, they're burning down California. Maybe there is some 2013 or 2020 or 2030, whatever crap in there. But no. Could be a break. And the other one, they said one of them was caused by a trash truck fire because the dude's loading his trash started on fire. He called his office. They said dump it, and it started a fire. To me, extremely legit. That happens, and there's probably going to be lawsuits over that. In Denver, before in the year, which was last year, in Commerce City, the largest trash company there is Waste Management. In their company yard where they dump the trash and they smash it, recycle it, and all that crap, they had two massive fires last year in their yard from that crap catching on fire. And they pour a little water, and for the most part, they just let it burn. That happens. You put all that crap in there, things connect, or something's already smoldering. And that fucktard high-impact flicks, high-impact vlogs, whatever, put out that video showing the trash truck driving by. I think you could see some smoke out of the back, and we're supposed to believe that the dummy was so dumb. Oh, he said he was supposed to leave it in the truck, compact it some more, and put the fire out. It does not work like that. You could get on YouTube and search. I think there was one in California that I saw X amount of months ago. Somebody that lived in the neighborhood, the trash truck caught fire. They just parked it right in the street. It does not stay contained in that metal truck. That freaking truck burned to the ground by the time the fire department even got there. And he was parked underneath power lines. Those power lines caught fire. Live on YouTube. Pre-recorded on YouTube. It's that high impacts dude, that fucktard Brian. I had videos on him before. He's one of the biggest showsmen on YouTube. That dude's making freaking major bucks. He hated me when I was making videos about him. Gave me this long comment one time. You don't believe in freedom of country, whatever the hell, to make all the money you want. That dude's making bank. Syria. Syria simple with this thing of the U.S. when Turkey went, and all of a sudden they started, Trump says they're pulling all the troops. They didn't pull them all out. If you got to remember that not too long ago, Russia said, no, U.S., you are not fucking around in Syria or we're going to go to war. So what did they do here? Trump, meaning the people behind him, the powers that be, pull out. They claim all the troops. Believe me, they did not pull them all out. They pull them all back. I don't know if they had agreement beforehand with Turkey or whatnot. They let Turkey run rampant, do a whole bunch of this, let them accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. Then they say, oh, no, we're going to do sanctions. Come on, Trump said once he's going to annihilate their economy if they step out of line. I forget what his latest threat was, but now they're throwing a couple sanctions. The leader of Turkey says, okay, we're going to stop now. That was all a setup. Just like this, nice cool breeze here. Oh man, it's been so hot and muggy here not today, but the last 2 days. Where the hell was I? Brain fart. Oh, but they cut Turkey loose on purpose to do what they want to do, since Russia said the U.S. cannot interfere in Syria, plain and simple. And the reason they did not cut the Kurds loose to do it is because Turkey is a lot stronger than the Kurds, and the Kurds don't have the power to do anything without the U.S. That's plain and simple. They pretend to pull out everybody and let Turkey loose to do what they want. Oh, that goes along with Trump saying, well, the reason they pulled out of Turkey was because we do not need to have our people involved in all these countries and all these BS wars. Okay, fine, then why did you wait almost 4 years to do this? Why are you not doing this all of our troops in all these countries? And these Trump sucker-uppers and lovers and people that believe in this bullshit election and left, right. You know, like that goes along with the alleged drone slash or combination cruise missile attack on that the Saudi Arabia refinery. Gonna tell me, like I said before, that all the U.S. supplies defense has failed, and as far as we know, nothing ever got shot off, period, whatsoever. And then, as you can see on some of the videos, you heard gunshots. Hypothetically, they could be shooting at drones, but I don't think so. That was an event, a false flag. It would probably be the best way to label it, by the U.S. blow up a bunch of shit, and maybe it was a message sent to Saudi Arabia, but it accomplished what they wanted to do. Because the next thing you know, they move in almost 3,000 troops into there. I don't know if it's all over Saudi or just in that refinery, on what they claim the impression is to be to protect it. That's not. That was a takeover. That was a takeover, and Saudi Arabia can't do anything about it. An important video I just saw by Higher Truth Rises channel. I think it used to be a Higher Truth channel, but it's not Higher Truth Rises. I can't do links anymore. I don't have my laptop. And the title is called State of Planet, Get Busy. He shows the magnetosphere issues. That's also a combination of geoengineering, HARP, the natural space phenomena. If you don't believe in space, then you're retarded. You know, what's naturally going on out there and affecting the other planets. And there's a part in there where he talks about watching hail run down the gutter and stuff, and it's coagulating, which it shouldn't be doing. And that's from, like, Dane Wigington talks about the chemical ice nucleation. This planet is in deep, deep trouble. Watch that. He shows broken data from various satellites. And as he suggests about those, it's the GOES satellites, and he talks about how and he shows the broken data because they keep shutting on and off. He doesn't really say why, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's a combination of the gamma rays, the cosmic rays, the electrons and such. You know, this planet's being bombarded seriously, and I believe firmly, and I think there's others out there because I've seen with YouTube videos where they suggest it, but then they don't stay on it because, you know, it's not just popular on the channel to talk about this kind of stuff all the time, and the geoengineering, and I wish BP would cover this more. But with the crap they're doing and screwing around down here with the geoengineering, messing up our ozone, and it also screws up our magnetosphere. Everything, you know, from our microbes in our dirt to our grass to our trees, and then the air and all the animals and the critters in between, the atmosphere, the atmosphere, the magnetosphere, the stratosphere. It all goes together. It's all a living system, and it's bad. He covers some of the mass animal die-offs and the fish die-offs and the way the oceans and the rivers are dying. It's bad. He also shows, like BP had done before in the past. He shows from I don't know if it's all the GOES satellites or what, how Earth keeps getting sucker punched from the backside, meaning, you know, the dark side opposite the sun, and how we don't know why we keep getting sucker punched from the backside. It's just because the front side's all weak. But you gotta understand that magnetosphere, that atmosphere, the stratosphere, the ozone layer goes all the way around the planet. And another little one I'm going to touch on, I caught a video by Dave Hodges, the Common Sense Show. I can't believe people follow this frickin' moron. That goes along with John Moore, and there's a whole bunch of these retards out there. Sorry, Mom, David Icke. All these others that are, you know, supposed to be specialists and all this crap, and all their channels are about the money. They're all selling something. Anyway, he reported on 10,000 Marines from Camp Lejeune going to off the California coast or Venezuela. What a crock of shit. You cannot send 10,000 soldiers from anywhere in this country without getting word out to everyone. They've all got cell phones. They all got phones. You're going to shut up 10,000 people? Ain't going to happen. Give me a freaking break. That's like that crock, and I mentioned it about that. People pulled up that Marine Corps Reserve call-up order that wasn't a call-up order, it was a change order. And look how fast everybody dropped this stuff. Just disappears once they realize they were wrong. You know, it's what a shame. But 10,000 Marines call up to be sent anywhere. You can't hide that. I mean, this is just so freaking retarded. Anyway, I'm loving it here. It actually, I got up this morning, it was 62 degrees. Right now it's 65, and I got a long sleeve shirt on because I got used to being 89 and humid as hell. And obviously my girls are love laying it down. And again, this video is brought to you by Keystone Ice. And until next time, see you later, bye.